There are 3 things in the world that make everything better. Oh, I thought I was getting the day off. I was just going to sit back and watch you work.
We forgot the pierogies. I need to go get the pierogies. Hang on a sec. First time making pierogies, not too bad.
Absolutely. It's mine. It's something that I've absolutely loved doing. It's been something that every time I have a successful market, every time we sell out, every time someone comes back and compliments me on what they've bought and the meal that they had and how much they enjoyed it, that's what keeps me going. It's so much more than if it was somebody else's product I was selling. Yeah, I love it. I do love it. We make over 50 different varieties of gourmet hand-pinched pierogies. So we take all of the foods we love, all of the combinations that we just can't imagine living without, and we put them all in the middle of our favorite food, which is a pierogi. Basically, it's a dumpling, kind of an Eastern European version of a dumpling. So classically, they're just a potato and cheese, or a potato and cottage cheese, or a sauerkraut filling. There's so many traditional varieties. But you just take all of those basic staple foods that are easy and accessible, and you put them into a dough. And you seal the edges, and then they're boiled or pan-fried or tossed in butter and onions. And it just has been kind of a go-to home-style meal for many, many generations. It's the art of working together to produce something that is basically the food version of love.
I got dressed up for this.
You did, isn't it beautiful?
I know you're not going to give your recipe away, but there's one question everybody always asks is, where do you get the flour?
So our flour comes from a mill here in Alberta. We try to keep all of our ingredients as local as possible. It can be really, really tough. It's the key to everything. This dough feels completely different with any sort of store-bought. So before we can do anything else, we need to actually prepare something to put in the middle. This is where your muscle comes in handy.
There we go.
So you're gonna go like crazy
here.
on that.
So that's just boiled potato?
Just just a boiled potato, rest of potato.
No salt in the boiled potato?
Nope.
No? And I need to make it fine, or do you want a little chunky?
You're going to make that pretty smooth as you can with a hand masher. So now we're gonna take our cheese. So, and this is what separates Pinched from some of our competitors. And that all great things start with the cheese.
I always say with cheese. Cheers.
Ready?
Cheers, cheese. Okay, so we got that beautiful pepper jack cheese that you here, and you want it to melt with a hot potato, right?
The hot potato is going to just blend that all together. You can order these bad boys in mild, medium, or hot, and we're going to add a medium chili oil.
Right.
Or you can be really, really brave, and you can get them in hot.
What do you want to do, Cowboy? Huh?
You want the medium? Oh, we can do that for you. And then you try not to eat the pot of filling by itself before putting it into pierogies. And now we're gonna move on to our dough. So then...
There she goes.
There she goes. You let gravity do the work sometimes. Everybody has their own signature look. I can tell the difference between mine and my mother-in-law's or any of the other girls that work in the kitchen simply because of where I place my thumb. Right? So you'll see that mine has a specific sort of scallop.
Yep.
And where my thumb holes, and everybody else has a little bit different.
I got a big thumb. So.
See? And then they just go onto the tray.
Onto the tray. There we go.
You can either boil them first and then pan fry them, or you can go straight to the butter. So we recommend with all of our pierogies that you skip the boiling step because you don't really need to do it, and you just go straight from frozen right into a pan of melted butter, medium heat, and fry them till they're warm and crispy.
Nice. Let's do that. know there's a cliche. All food TV people always say, "Oh, it's so wonderful."
It is so good, isn't
I'm
it?
not going to share the secret. It's really good.
Well, thank you
I
very
love this.
much.
I love this. I didn't know it was this simple to make them. And if we buy them frozen for you, we just chuck them in the pan. We got a meal to go straight out there, and you can have it with lots of sour cream. And you heard bacon, bacon, bacon a few times. Thank you for having us. I really appreciate it. I learned how to make pierogies. Hopefully, you see, you can't even see the difference between mine and hers. So
I'll be waiting for your resume to come through. I can't wait for you to let me know that you're quitting your regular day job and coming to pinch pierogies full time.
So if you see it at the market, it's called pinched by hand.
Yep, we're pinched. Yep.
Yeah. And unfortunately, you have to be in Alberta to buy it. But unless you're on the island.
If you're on the island, you can get them in BC.
Good. Buy them online.